got so much back, I think I'm never running out, yeah. Bust me down a wood, bitch, I don't do this for no clout, hey. I got so much back, I think I'm never running out, yeah. Bust me down a wood, bitch, hey, hey. Warrior the rover, I'ma do this for myself.
All right, please welcome in Diego Rocha from Charlotte Independence. How you doing?
Good, and yourself, bro? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on. So you are only 21, but you've had a very impressive career so far. And kind of just start
Thank
out,
you.
talk about how you feel about this season. How's it going for you?
I'm really happy with how it's going, to be honest. Last season was kind of rough for me. And I mean, we have a good team this year. We're competing well. I've been getting playing time, so I'm happy. Very happy.
It's crazy that the top three teams, I looked at the standings earlier, all tied on points. So
Yeah.
it seems like a very competitive league.
Yeah, it is. It is.
right.
I'm actually surprised, but yeah.
Yeah. So we'll circle back to your professional career. First, I want to go back to your youth career, like how high school was. How did you make it? Because you played at Rio Grande, right? In your youth
Yeah.
career. How did you make it there? Like, what was it like signing for an academy?
So I signed with their academy for my senior year of high school. I went on a tryout for a week, and it worked out. So I signed to their academy, and then 9 months in was when the USL like preseason started for the USL Championship,
Mhm.
and I was doing good with the academy. I was getting good minutes. I was playing well. And then they invited me for a couple preseason games with the first team, and they ended up signing me as a academy player. And then just last season was my first professional year.
Mhm. Yeah, it seemed like that all went really quick. What was that? What was the feeling like when you were able to make it pro?
Um, Felt like part of my dream was coming true.
Mhm.
I mean, I've always dreamt of playing professionally. Um, I want to play in bigger leagues, first division, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody starts somewhere, so I felt it was a great opportunity to
Mhm.
start my career there.
So this is my 5th episode, and you're the second American I've had on here, but you're the first
Okay.
American that I've talked to that didn't go the college route. So what really and truly is it like? What are a little bit more challenges of not going the college route? Because I mean, that's the traditional route in this sport is you sign for an academy. But you're the first person I've
Yeah.
ever talked to that didn't go to college. So what was that like?
To be honest with you, I had my mind made up since I was very little that I didn't want to go to school. Like as soon as I can, I didn't want to go to school.
Mhm.
Um, and it wasn't a hard decision because like my mind was made up, but it was hard in a way that because I had a couple full ride offers for a couple D1 schools.
Yeah.
So I mean it's obviously something that like I had to think about. Um, but I got D1 offers, and then during the off season, RGV called me, so it was like
Yeah.
it was an easy decision in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't know if RGV was gonna want me back for the other season or not. So, but I mean, my mind was made up since I can remember, to be honest.
Well, did the decision scare you to kind of because I mean anything can happen as an athlete.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I had a couple of coaches suggest to go the college route,
Mhm.
just because I was gonna be competing with guys like closer to my age. I was probably gonna get more playing time. Um, but I mean, I thought that practicing with older guys and guys with more experience would obviously like also help me like get better and gain more experience, which I feel it did. but I also like last season where I decided to sign professionally, I didn't get a single professional minute. I just played one scrimmage mid-season, but that was it.
Yeah.
No official minutes. But so in that way, it was hard. Not being able to play, but it was. I knew it was going to be part of the decision I took.
Yeah. So you made it out of an academy, and it's not a huge number of people in academies that make it out. So what really does it take to make it out and earn a professional contract?
I mean, I just feel it depends on how bad you want it.
Mhm.
Um, uh, I have I had teammates that wouldn't take it as serious, or they preferred the college route. So as soon as they got an offer, they'd like settle. Um, and I mean, I was always like demanding more of myself and
Yeah.
trying to push myself because I always wanted something more.
What are
Um,
some things you did to make yourself want more, to set yourself apart from the people who just didn't work as hard?
I mean, just training each day, like try to be better than I was the day before.
Yeah.
Pretty much get 1% better at least. Trying to sleep earlier, I struggle with that. I get too just distracted on my phone.
Mhm.
Trying to put my phone away. Trying to be disciplined with my food.
That's tough.
Um,
That's really tough.
yeah, yeah, it is.
I had 2 ice creams today, so I couldn't handle it.
I should probably have that to get my calorie goal. But yeah, I struggle a lot with that. I struggle to gain weight, so I have to be constantly eating and things like
I have the
that.
same
So
issue. I understand.
yeah,
I've been the same weight for 3 years. I understand. No matter how much I work out, I can't gain weight.
yeah, exactly. So I had to work on that and just mostly what people don't see or what it's kind of like work on your own is the mental side because
Yeah.
that's also very important. And people like kind of not take it for granted, but they don't see that. Um, and so that's also like something that I was like trying to work on my own in a way.
Mhm. So your time in Rio Grande, and you said yourself earlier you didn't play professional minute. What was it like? What were some things that got you through it and you made it to Charlotte? Like, what were just some things that helped you through it? And what were some positives as well?
Well, I was there for 2 seasons. The first season was right when COVID hit, so it was
Mhm.
like a tough year. We had our first game of the season, then they shortened the season because of quarantine and all that.
Yeah.
And I got to play because of it. Um, I debuted against San Antonio. Uh, I played 65 minutes, I believe. I hadn't
Mhm.
trained like a week before because of that, because I was quarantined.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
I'm sure that was
and
tough.
then yeah, and then I traveled like on my own with the bus driver, and then played 65. And then I got a couple minutes here and there, like towards the end of the season.
Mhm.
And that year was tough to get playing time because RGV was associated with Houston Dynamo.
Mhm.
So they'd send players down and things like that. So it's kind of hard to get playing time. And then last year, I mean, there's a whole lot of experience on the team. I mean, I definitely feel that I deserved a couple minutes at least here and there. But I mean, for reasons, um, it doesn't go as planned. But
Yeah.
I had my family nearby. I'm from Laredo, which is 2.5 hours away from RGV. So
Yeah.
they drive up to for the games. I'd get to see them, so that kind of like took my mind off of it a little bit when I wasn't necessarily like mentally in the right space.
Mhm.
Because I mean, it's not easy as a player. You just obviously want to play,
Yeah.
and when you're not seeing the field, it's difficult. My teammates also helped me a lot through it. To be honest, um, I was the youngest on the team, so
Oh, wow.
not that they baby me, so but
Yeah.
they like look after me.
Yeah, well, that's great. So your family's in Texas. What is it like being in Charlotte so far away?
I'm loving it. To be honest, it's really different. I'm it's a small town. It's a town. Um, and it's the weather's way different. It's super hot. Like right now it's triple digits over there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, so I'm enjoying the big city, the
Yeah.
weather, different cultures, a lot of people from everywhere here. Um, More restaurants, more food.
Hmm.
So
Charlotte
I'm just trying to,
does have nice. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
from
trying
North
to soak it
Carolina,
all in.
so
Nice, nice.
yeah, trust me, I know a lot about North Carolina weather.
Yeah.
It's not Texas weather, that's for sure. So talk about how you went from Rio Grande to Charlotte. What was that process like?
Well, as soon as my contract ended with RGV, um, I was 90% sure that they weren't going to want me back. So I started looking for opportunities, um, and I think my agent was in touch with the coach here at Charlotte Independence since like the end of last season,
Mhm.
because he'd always bring that up. Uh, and then like closer to like the USL Championship and USL League 1 season starting, I couldn't find anything, and so I just started going to different combines, and then this one popped up, and I came here for a week and a half. The coach asked me if I wanted to come for half a week or a full week, and I asked if I could do like a week and a half instead.
Mhm.
Um, and he let me train here for a week and a half. Um, Practice with the team and some guys that like from the combine and guys that are bringing in for preseason. And then once my week and a half was over, I went back home to like see wait pretty much what the coach here wanted or what he thought. I didn't get an answer for like a month, to be honest.
Oh,
So
wow.
I
I'm sure that was rough.
yeah, it was. I mean, it messes with you psychologically. You try to stay positive and all that, but I mean, in the back of your head, there's always like that thought of like, damn, what
Mhm.
if I don't have a team for next season or this and that. But I just try to stay fit with my brother. My brother's a personal trainer and health counselor.
Okay, cool. It's nice to have
So
that in the family.
yeah, he helped me out a lot. And a friend from back home also lent us his facility. So we were working out there. And then uh, my mom asked me to run some errands, and my agent called me. He's like, "Oh, you ready to move to Charlotte?" And I couldn't believe it because I hadn't heard anything for a month. And then I packed up my things, and the next day I was flying out to Charlotte. So it was long but short at the same time.
Well, I'm sure just practicing and grinding for a month straight. I mean, I couldn't imagine
Yeah,
waiting that long to hear. I'm sure, but it all paid off, it looks.
yeah,
So you're
it
liking
really
Charlotte?
did. I'm loving it. Yeah, to be honest, I am.
What's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. There's one in our town called Estampa Rocha,
Mhm.
a Brazilian steakhouse,
I love
and
Brazilian
then there's
steakhouses.
also yeah, and there's also I like hibachi a lot, so
Mm.
I've gone to two, Nakato and Red Ginger, I think it's called.
Mhm.
But
We,
yeah,
we we gotta go out to eat, bro, because you just said two of my favorite foods right there. I
yeah,
love them. There's this diner. I don't remember. It's near Spectrum Center. This is like old diner. It's so good. It's
yeah.
like one of those like retro diner. I don't remember what it's called, but it was so good.
I'll have to check it out. You'll
So
send it to me later.
yeah, I will. So you've had a little bit of taste in the championship, you've had a little bit of taste in League One. What are the differences in your opinion What are some pros of both? What are some cons of both?
To be honest, I was surprised with the level of League One. It's very similar to Championship.
Mhm.
The only difference like I felt is that, I mean, obviously there's less teams, and also in Championship there's players with way more experience. But to be honest, it's very similar in the intensity, in like the pace of the game.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not very different. Well, I was expecting something way different, but
Yeah.
it's pretty high.
It seems like it's a very competitive league. I mean, multiple teams beat MLS teams in the Open Cup. So
Yeah,
very impressive
exactly.
league. So through all the things that you've been through, what are some of the advice for fans that you could give or young players?
To be honest, just, I mean, if you want something, work for it, and don't give up on your dream.
Mhm.
It might seem tough at times. It might look far away. Your goal might look far away, but if you work for it, and just put in that work that nobody sees. I mean, just work and want it. It depends on how bad you want it, but don't stop dreaming either.
Yeah, great advice. So what are you looking for the rest of the season?
I mean, to be honest, I want some silverware.
I mean, you guys are, I mean, literally, it's just gold difference. You guys are literally at the top, just gold difference.
Yeah, I want my hands on some silverware by the end of this year.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are definitely capable of it.
Yeah, we are, hopefully.
So I'm going to wrap it up a little bit. I want to hear as a Texan, a lot of people who come from Texas, a lot of professional players come from Texas. Who is your favorite player of all time?
Of all time? Not from Texas. Lionel Messi.
Oh, wow. You're not the first person to say that on here.
No?
No, it's crazy. Like, you talk to any like fan and they say Ronaldo, but every professional athlete I talk to, it's Messi. It's always Messi. So, I mean, I'm not a huge Messi fan myself, but if people who are doing the same thing as him say he's the best, then it's got to mean something.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up all my life playing as a midfielder. So I was closer to his position than what I am now.
Yeah.
And left-footed, I was always short too. Right now I'm kind of tall, but I used to be really short.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be like him, to be honest, and I mean, he did a lot for the sport, and it was very entertaining to watch him play growing up. So.
Need some more cheese, they cannot get some more, please. No, they need some more.